Betty MacDonald and her book, The Egg and I, burst onto the literary scene in 1945, just as the Second World War was ending. The book was a tart, nostalgic, and above all, funny account of Betty's years helping her first husband operate a chicken ranch. My name is Paula Becker. My new book, Looking for Betty MacDonald, The Egg, The Plague, Mrs. Piggle-Wiggle, and I, is coming out September 2016 from University of Washington Press. I had so much fun researching and writing this book, and I think you're going to have a lot of fun reading it. Readers in the 1940s embraced Betty MacDonald's story. The Egg and I sold its first 1 million copies in less than 1 year and topped nonfiction bestseller lists for 3 years. It was translated into many languages and it became an international bestseller. Betty also gave readers the classic children's character of Mrs. Piggle-Wiggle. Half a century later, I moved to Seattle with my young family and I stumbled on Betty's books and became instantly fascinated with her story. Realizing that my present-day Seattle still held clues to Betty MacDonald, I started looking for her in old pictures, in historical archives, in city directories that showed me all the addresses of places she'd lived, and finally in the memories of the people who had known her. Looking for Betty MacDonald takes readers with me on that journey. When I started this treasure hunt, I wanted to find Betty MacDonald, but by the time I finished, I wanted everyone to find her. This young woman whose face was as familiar during the 1940s and 50s as any movie stars, and who was the first to tell the world a story that was deeply rooted in the Pacific Northwest. And I wanted modern readers who knew her for the Mrs. Piggle-Wiggle stories, if they knew her at all, to understand how richly Betty MacDonald deserved to be found.